Singapore battles oil slick. 7-Eleven sorry about rat and warmer incident. Hi, I'm Daniel Abakri with Cuppa News. The oil slick from the Johor port has spread to parts of Changi Beach in Singapore. The authorities there are on day 2 of the cleanup operation. Changi Beach has been partially closed to the public since the oil spill triggered by a collision between vessels MT1 High 301 and MT APL Denver at about 11 p.m. on Tuesday. Singapore's National Environment Agency, Maritime and Port Authority, and National Parks Board are working to limit the spill, which has left a long black mark and a strong smell of petroleum on the beach. Workers used water jets to clean the jetty at the beach. Signs have also been placed to warn the public of contaminated waters. A fish farm in the area has reported losses of approximately 20 kilograms of fish so far due to the oil spill.
These fishes, in my own observation, will probably be somehow impacted by the oil, and they have succumbed to some impact of the oil spill. Well, I suppose there's no point in worrying. We just have to think of how to manage as well as we can, and what are the possibilities afterwards, after the whole cleanup has been done and so on.
Most of the fish in the farm had not been fed since the oil spill, and feeding may start again once the cleanup is finished. The Johor Port Authority said yesterday that the owners of the ships would have to bear the 5 million ringgit cost of cleaning the sea and shoreline areas. 4 days after a pest incident that shocked patrons, 7-Eleven Malaysia offered its apology and said it is investigating how a rat ended up in one of its confectionery warmers. The rat romped about in the warmer of the Kelana Centre Point outlet on January 2nd. Photos of the rat were the talk of the town and prompted the company to issue a statement today. 7-Eleven said it sincerely apologized for any inconvenience caused to its customers. It also said it is cooperating with the Petaling District health officers while pointing out that it was an isolated incident. The company vowed to take corrective actions to address the issue. The health minister said the doctors involved in the 2 botched circumcisions have been referred to the Malaysian Medical Council for investigation. Datuk Sri Dr. S. Subramaniam said disciplinary actions could be taken against the 2 doctors from clinics in Kuala Lumpur if they were found to be negligent in their duties.
Well, MMC boleh membatalkan lesen mereka. Kalau itu berlaku, mereka tidak boleh berfungsi sebagai seorang doktor. Amalan melalui itu mereka boleh mengenakan denda, tutup klinik dan sebagainya. Bahagian amalan perkhidmatan kesihatan di bawah kementerian pun akan siasat kemudahan yang ada di dalam klinik mereka untuk lihat adakah mereka mempunyai kemudahan yang mencukupi untuk menjalankan pembedahan itu.
On December 15th, a 9-year-old boy had part of his penis severed in a circumcision procedure at a private clinic in Jalan Ipoh. 5 days later, another 10-year-old boy also had the head of his penis severed at a clinic in Taman Ceras Utama, but it was successfully reattached. Meanwhile, Dr. Subramaniam, who was on a visit to Selayang Hospital this morning, said his ministry is determining the cause of a fire at Bahagia Hospital Ulu Kinta, Perak yesterday. He said the incident that forced 21 patients to be evacuated from one of the hospital's wards might not be related to electrical issues at the premises. The fire also destroyed an entire storeroom that kept old furniture and equipment and damaged the ward's ceiling and roof. Perak Health Committee Chairman Datuk Dr. Ma Hang Soon said they would need to wait for a forensics report first before deciding to repair or renovate the burnt ward. The Road Transport Department will deploy 1,400 officers on roads nationwide during this Chinese New Year. The roadblocks and spot checks are necessary to combat the highest number of road casualties of 7,000 recorded last year.
Sebenarnya banyak lagi usaha-usaha telah dilaksanakan oleh kerajaan untuk mengurangkan kadar kemalangan jalan raya, termasuk kempen kesedaran, termasuk pendidikan, termasuk peningkatan kemahiran pemandu-pemandu. Ini semua adalah usaha yang telah kita laksanakan.
The transport minister, who attended a motorcycle road safety campaign at the Sungai Besi Toll Plaza, said that despite all the efforts, the number remained very high, with 6,000 people dying on Malaysian roads every year on average. In other news, Penang Chief Minister Lim Guan Eng and businesswoman Pang Lee Kun in a graft suit have filed a motion to declare Section 62 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act as unconstitutional. Lim said that this section, which requires the accused to submit a defense statement before the trial, contradicted Lim's right to remain silent. Lim is charged with obtaining gratification by approving an application by Magnificent Emblem Sendirian Berhad to convert 2 lots of agricultural land into residential development in 2014. He also faces a charge for using his position to buy his bungalow in Penang from Pang at a price below market value. Pang is charged with abetment in the trial that will be held between March and July. In Kuala Lumpur, the High Court allowed Datuk Sri Mukris Mahathir's defamation suit against the Prime Minister's press secretary, Datuk Sri Tengku Sarifuddin Tengku Ahmad, to go to trial. Judicial Commissioner Roslan Abu Bakar ruled that 2 press statements issued by Sarifuddin on April 23rd and 26th had trialable issues that needed to be resolved by trial. However, Roslan struck out 2 other statements on the grounds it was not expressly directed at Mukris. The ousted Kedah Menteri Besar claimed that the statements implied that he was directly involved with former UMNO stalwarts Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin and Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad in a bid to topple the government. In world news, Chicago police are pressing hate crime charges against 4 suspects who allegedly tortured a teenager with special needs. Jordan Hill, Tesfaye Cooper, and Brittany Covington, all 18, were charged with aggravated kidnapping, hate crime, unlawful restraint, battery with a deadly weapon, and residential burglary. Brittany's 24-year-old sister, Tanisha, faces the same charges except for residential burglary. The 4 will be charged in Chicago on Friday. Following the incident that was broadcast on Facebook Live by Brittany, the victim's brother-in-law David Boyd said it should never happen. He said the family was overwhelmed and surprised by what had transpired. Chicago police described the suspect's actions as sickening.
Have you seen the video? It's sickening. It's sickening. You know, it makes you wonder what would make individuals treat somebody like that.
Netizens alerted investigators to the video that showed the 18-year-old victim gagged as the suspects cut his clothes and hair until his scalp bled. Facebook users also created a Brittany Herring for Prison Facebook page urging people to share and like it to press for justice to be served. They also filed a petition in We the People Your Voice in the White House website. The victim was reported missing on Monday after the family dropped him off at a McDonald's in the Chicago suburb of Schaumburg on December 31st. He met Jordan Hill, who drove him around for days before bringing him to Brittany's apartment where the incident happened. Police responding to a 911 call from a neighbor found the teen on the street on Tuesday, and he has been discharged from hospital after receiving treatment. Kurdistan Workers' Party militants are believed to be behind Thursday's bombing attack outside a courthouse in Izmir, Turkey. The police stopped a vehicle in front of the courthouse, which led to an armed clash between the suspects and security forces. The suspects then detonated the car bomb during the incident that killed a policeman, a court employee, and the 2 suspects, leaving 10 others injured. 2 people were detained for selling the vehicle used in the attack to the suspects. Bentley claims to have added the world's fastest 4-seat car to its luxury fleet. The new Bentley Continental Supersports, launched today, comes with normal and convertible versions. The car has a top speed of 336 km per hour, which is 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.5 seconds, the fastest vehicle produced by the British car maker to date. It will be on sale in April this year. For those who want to drive one of those beasts, you're looking at a 1.1 million ringgit price tag. Well, there you go. Thanks for watching.